Hello and welcome to Sacred Sexuality Healing. Let's go through some of the stuff that I hear so often from couples, from men, from women. He doesn't understand me. He doesn't respect me. I'm speaking Swahili. He's just as if I'm coming from a different planet. Men, we're very simple. Why can't she just do the things that I like? I don't ask for many stuff. She's always very demanding. Women are complicated. We just want to have sex. It's very simple. Women say men are not sensitive. There is no connection. They were attentive at the beginning, and then when we had sex they lost interest and they became just really who they are. So many things, and things become more complicated, and we go through these things and we listen, and there are tons of stuff online about relationships, courses, what to do, tips, advice, coaches. I want to just kind of throw a big net over the whole thing rather than fish one by one. I want to throw a big net over the whole thing. So, a Buddhist monk once asked, what is the main thing that holds the whole universe together? And he answered, compassion. That is the main thing that holds the whole universe together. Compassion. So I kind of tend to agree that sometimes even compassion is a form of love, but it goes deeper than that, because sometimes you're in a relationship for a long time where the kind of the love, like the passionate love and the heat fizzles away, but you still feel really like a sense of compassion and deep respect and awe for your partner who kind of shared with you all these years. So let me just give you an example here. So let's say you're in a relationship and you made a dinner reservation. You're very excited to meet your woman. You want to, how the day is gonna end, or you're gonna end up like the excitement and going to her place and have sex and all this. And then you call her up and you say, hey, I made a reservation for us tonight as we planned. And I'm gonna pick you up at this time and da-da-da. And then she said, you know what, I'm very sorry. I don't feel well. I think I ate bad food yesterday and I don't think I'll be able to make it tonight. And I'll just say, some of the typical responses. I'm not saying everybody's going to respond this way, but actually there are people who responded and responds that way. So, what? Really? And are you sure? So is that a no? That means that you don't want to see me tonight? That means that we're not gonna meet tonight? Are you seeing somebody else? But I already made a reservation. None of the answers had anything to do with how do you feel? Are you sure you're okay? I'm very sorry to hear that. Do you need anything? Do you need to see a doctor? So everything was about I. Does that mean no? You don't want to see me? Are you seeing somebody else? Everything is fear-based because it's coming out of insecurity and it's coming out of this fear-based emotions that the man is very insecure about the relationship, and that is why, and he completely ignored what the woman just said, which is I don't feel well. So it's stating the obvious, of course. If I would say otherwise, I would say, of course you should say the first thing is, I'm sorry, what can I do? How can I help you? Do you need anything? And then the woman would respond, typically, I'm sorry I had to cancel today, sorry about the reservation, or etc, 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 and whatnot. And the responses at the beginning really triggers women because the message is very obvious. I don't give a shit about how you feel. I only care about my plans, how things are gonna turn out at the end of the night. I don't care how you feel. You're just a prop. You're just an accessory. You're just a piece of the equation or the plan or whatever it is. And this is where the most missing component here is compassion. So when you don't have compassion, you will put your foot in your mouth all the time. All the time you're gonna screw things up for yourself. And I'm mostly talking to men. I'm not sexist. I'm not saying that women don't make mistakes. But the thing is, women by nature are more, they react to relationships in a different way. It's kind of the primordial mechanism of men and women. So women, when they see men are very caring, they just they are really like showing love and compassion. They by nature kind of respond in a different like, how can I reward this man? How can I make him happy? How can I care about him? Where men not necessarily respond the same way. Men, if women do that, they, in a primordial kind of thinking, would be, I deserve it. If she wants to do it, she can do it. Okay, she's doing it, I must have been doing something right. But women respond in a different way. I'm not saying that many men can be taken advantage of. Some women really kind of respond in a very selfish way to nice men. I'm not saying it does not exist, it does. But the majority of the time, this is at least what I come across to and what the people complain about. Let me put it that way. So if you don't have compassion, if you don't really think in the terms of, I need to be kind and I need to get out of like the me to the we. If she's not feeling well, if she's not in a mood, if she's not happy, I need to shift the energy and the thinking of, well, okay, I'll find somebody else to make me happy, or I'll just go and have a beer with the guys, or I'll just go and watch that game and she can, slam her head to the wall or to the door, and just think about, oh, how can I make her feel better? Okay, then I will get that. Okay, then I will be lying, because I got these responses before when men said, okay, I have to be honest, I don't really care. that much, or I'm not used to responding in that caring and, non-selfish way, then I would say practice makes perfect. Because there will be a time when there will be a woman that you really care about in your life, and guess what? You will lose her if you act like a total asshole all the time, because you're not used to being a nice, gentle, caring human being that thinks of anything else but him or herself. So you need to shift the energy and practice compassion. Practice compassion towards everything. Shift your attention from you being the center of the universe to you caring about other things in life. Say, how can I make you happy? And instead of, how can she make me happy? Shift. Whenever you meet your partner or your potential partner or somebody even you're dating casually, shift and see how things work. Shift and see miracles happen in her behavior. And this is specifically to men who are treating their women. See how she would react when you shift the attention and energy to how you want her to be happy, rather than how you focus all the time on she pleasing you as the main thing. Like, what can I get out of that? Just focus the attention to how can I give, and see. Well, you can try. You have nothing to lose, because if things are not working out the way you are doing all the time, it's time to shift something, to change something. I felt a calling to talk about this because I felt like most of the relationships on the planet, not even between men and women, it's between everybody. It's kind of very the local me-centered, like me centered, and that sucks the energy out of any relationship, because we are intuitive beings. Whether we like it or not, we feel things, So if you keep treating any relationship as I don't know what you call it, like you just suck the blood out of it, you just focus on how can I benefit, how can I just kind of drain the life out of this relationship, how can I take, it's a take based rather than even balance or give based. These relationships are gonna wither and are going to die very easily and very quick. So especially when it comes to men and women, I hear a lot of very what is the word I would say it's triggering the responses that sometimes I see on the phones. Like, people show me, look, see how did he respond? I said I'm tired, I said I'm sick, I said I can't, and all they can say is, oh, so does that mean that we're not going? Oh, does that mean that this is not happening? Oh, does that mean that we're not having sex that night? And it's as if the woman is just a prop. She's just an inflated doll in a man's story. And you have no idea how frustrated women become from these kind of responses. So even if you're not a compassionate person, I would say fake it. Try to get out of this and think before you respond and say, how can I be kind to that person? If you don't know what compassion is, how can I, like, if somebody in distress, what are the kind of responses that this person needs to hear? Put yourself in their shoes. Like, if you're sick, what would you like to hear? The person would say, oh, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you want to see a doctor? What can I do to help you? Even if you don't know how to help, just say, what can I do? What do you think I can do to help? How can I help you? Rather than how can you entertain me? Have a good week. Namaste.